Hi, and welcome to NEMC Channel 6 Focus Program. I'm Joe Adair. I'll be your host today, and joining me is two amazing ladies. You're going to enjoy everything that they've got to say. I'm so glad you came out on this blustery, wintry morning. So I have joining me Karen Palka from A Beautiful Me, a fabulous organization, and Stacy Faulkner from 88.3 Radio.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Joe.
Karen, A Beautiful Me. I've heard about it. You know it's out there, but you kind of know what it is. Tell me what your mission story is, or what your basic goals are for A Beautiful Me.
Well, A Beautiful Me is a nonprofit organization, and our goal is to foster self-worth in all women of all ages. But we focus on primarily girls in 3rd through 12th grade in an after-school original curriculum that is led in 4 different weeks in a row for 2 hours at a time for a total of 8 hours. And that's our Genuine Beauty 4-part workshop series. And yes, the name can be a little deceiving, A Beautiful Me, but it's really about understanding your true beauty that is within.
Okay, and they're out there. I mean, motivational speakers are nothing new. And you go for an afternoon and you listen to everything they have to say, and you walk out of there thinking you can tackle the world. The next day it's just all gone. What makes A Beautiful Me stay with a girl?
Well, we were encouraged to not just do a one-time workshop, to do something consistently, at least for 4 times. Break it out so that they can retain from week after week. We give them challenges week after week. And over those 4 weeks, they have a greater sense of retaining, because you're right.
They've grown into the program.
Exactly, and we've all gone to those kind of conferences, and you just leave motivated and pumped, and those are good. But this seed planting has a little bit more of a chance of growth within them. And each week that we do these activities with them, all of the workshop elements have a purpose to that topic. So we don't just do crafts, we actually do an activity that correlates to that curriculum. And then every week there's other areas in which they do something that is consistently repeated. For example, what we say about ourselves is what we become. That's nothing new, but it's really about getting them to vocalize it amongst their peers and amongst strangers. And it kind of helps being a proactive approach, so that some of these young girls that are a little bit more apprehensive to have to say that, and they're a little bit more shy, they have to say it out loud. And it's wonderful to see them grow over 4 weeks.
Yeah, kind of hard to cure something if you don't identify it.
Yes.
So, like I told you earlier today when we were talking, I was very shy in grade school, but I didn't tell anybody that. I mean, it was just, I didn't want to be noticed.
Right, so. And I was an artist by trade. I've always just, it's been a natural gift to be an art, to do anything artistic. And artists hide behind their art. And that's really what ended up happening with myself. I created this on the basis of the fact of I stumbled across my self-worth. Oh, I guess I do have value, more than my artwork. My artwork was the valuable piece of me, not me. So we work with the girls to have them understand that they're all unique and individualized.
Now you say we work with the girls. You have volunteers, you have mentors, you have how many people that work with you with these girls? Is it a one-on-one at times? Is it personal?
Yes, so multiple different things there. So we have great consultants, to help the foundational work of the organization. Then we have many volunteers. Some of these volunteers are in different counties because we work in multiple counties, and so whatever is workable for them, that they come into the workshops with us. Then we have behind the scenes also that help create some of the curriculum and testing. But when we basically say down to it back to, is it one-on-one? Ultimately, if we work with 3rd through 12th, our pinpoint target audience is 5th grade. And a 5th grader, if we can work 4 of them to a high school teen mentor, that's our ultimate goal. So the teens give and get, because they think they're just giving, but they gain leadership as well as they gain the resources. Then these 5th graders move up to high school, and they start coming back down and helping with the next generation of 5th graders, hearing it again at a different level. So that is all of those different we's that are part of that.
That's awesome.
It is.
I asked you earlier, I know you're from Washington.
Yes.
So I asked you, how far do you go with this? Where'd you tell me?
Guatemala. If we've gone to Guatemala, we'll go to Dearborn, we'll go to North Branch, we'll go to Lansing, and ultimately we'll be going out of the state because we have a trademark name. And with that trademark, that means that we need to do interstate commerce and create this workshop nationally. We've gone to Canada, so it's really been wonderful.
Pay attention to the program. We're going to have some phone numbers if you feel that there's a need and you have a group of young ladies that would be interested in just learning how to empower themselves. Be sure and pay attention. So you actually have people that work with you, and that's where Stacy comes in.
Absolutely, yes. Stacy's been a great partner, and the radio station that she works with is Power 88.3, and Power 88 has, I listen to Hope FM. It's their sister station because Hope FM can reach down to Washington Township as well as in Armada area, and it's a great alternative for me to listen to, that it's a safe place that I can have on with anyone in the car. And so Power 88 reached out to us 3 years ago about partnering with them, and it's been really a great journey.
Yeah, it certainly has. I'll echo that for sure. You know, before we even get, to telling you a little bit about the event that's coming up on March 6th, our stations exist not only to entertain with music, and it's positive music. It's different from any other station you're going to flip to on the dial. And we have 2 separate stations, and the reason why is because we want to make sure that we are serving your whole family. So
everybody's needs.
Exactly. So 90.7 Hope FM, everyone can listen to it. Your kids can listen to it, all different ages. The music's just a little bit programmed differently than Power 88.3. Power 88.3, our vision for that station is for the youth and for the young at heart. You can flip to any station and you can hear similar music, but the difference between what you're going to hear on Power 88.3, it's clean, it's positive. The message that anyone hears through the music on that station is getting into the heart in a good way. And so we exist to entertain through music, but we like to get
in a healthy fashion.
In a healthy fashion.
Yes, that's important these days, especially with the younger kids coming up. I don't even want to go there. The things they can hear on the radio.
And the question comes up, well, that song doesn't really affect me. It does. It gets to your heart the more you listen to it. And why not have it be a positive message in the music you're listening to? And it's just as quality of music as what you can hear on the other stations. So.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay, and this.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about this.
Yes. Yep. The radio station, we exist to entertain through music, but we like to get out of the studio and be in the community. And so we've done, concerts upon concerts over the years, and so that's just one of the things we do. But 3 years ago, I sat down with our station director, and I said, we need to do something to serve the students that are listening to Power 88.3, and to let them know, that there's a station right in their community that they can listen to. So how do we go to them?
Right, touching them that helps them interact with you and feel like that's their radio station.
Exactly.
I know those people. I met them.
Yes.
So I think that's a great idea.
So that is how Power 88.3's Bloom with a Beautiful Me came to be. We sat down and we said, let's do an event that just feeds a positive message into young girls. And this event obviously is specifically to young girls, but we've entertained the thoughts of doing something for the young guys in the future. But Bloom, middle and high school girls, that's what it's all about. And we said, who can we bring in, to make it even more of a magnified event? And we thought of Karen. And of course,
Good
her
choice.
her vision matches up perfectly with what we wanted to accomplish with this Bloom event. It's a fun night out. It's high energy, it's fun, but ultimately they leave knowing and be reminded of their true beauty, their self-worth, and that they matter. And it lines right up with what Karen does with the Beautiful Me. So great partnership, super excited. First 2 years were sold out, and we're anticipating a fantastic third event this year on March 6th.
Great.
Yeah.
We're going to take a little bit of a break right now, so don't go away. We'll be back. We've got a lot of more information that we want to let you in on, and we'll come back in just a few minutes. Thank you.
I am brave.
I am faithful.
I am beautiful. I am beautiful. I am beautiful.
They are beautiful. I'm so excited because I see growth, I see potential. I see that they can love themselves. When did you gain the understanding that you had self-worth?
Self-esteem isn't something we're born with.
It's something I have to develop.
There are many other programs out there that provide self-esteem tools, but our program is different. Reaching out to various communities and providing the workshops free of cost, A Beautiful Me is producing measurable results in young ladies' lives and in their communities.
We know we're made in God's image. We know we're loved. And when they leave our workshops and activities, they take with them tools that they can use out in their communities because they're more confident.
We're worth it.
I'm worth it.
I'm worth it.
I'm worth it.
They are worth it. We depend on people like you for support. Find out how you can make a difference. Visit abeautifulme.com today.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm glad you stayed with us. You're watching NEMC Channel 6 Focus program. I'm Joe Adair, and in our earlier segment, we were talking to Karen Palka from A Beautiful Me and Stacy Faulkner from Power 88.3 Radio.
Yep.
I hope you were with us in the first portion because we got a lot of information that is just absolutely phenomenal, and we have a lot more to go. So we're going to try and touch on some of the highlights and some of the places that they can get information to this. I mean, really, real quick, if you might want to go over again that A Beautiful Me is for young ladies. Sorry, guys, you're on your own. So, and you know what you do, and then I think let's move on to the website and see what kind of information they can get from your website.
Yes, so what we do is we provide these workshops for girls to build their self-worth, and it's really important that we build up our girls for the future, because in order to have 50% of our population are females, so we need to build them up so that they see that they have value, they will make better choices, and they can get some of that information from our website, abeautifulme.com, where we offer a number of different resources, whether it's help resources, because we don't have all of them underneath our roof, but we have those extended people that you can resource out to. Or maybe it's a book that you need to look up some things because you can't get into one of our workshops. So there's resources that are available that we also endorse those places. We also have different things that you could purchase our materials, meaning our commerce portions. We have sweatshirts, we have bowls that say "Hello Beautiful" on the bottom of the bowl. They're made in Marysville, locally made here in Michigan. And so those different things, because we are a nonprofit and we have to produce revenue in a different way. So sometimes it's through products, sometimes it's through fundraising. Lots of wonderful groups in our community locally and in the region fundraise for us so that we can provide these workshops to girls at low to no cost to them.
I did go on the website and I looked at your library, found a book that I recognized, but I wasn't aware they can buy the books directly from you, or is that recommended reading?
It's recommended reading, but we also include a link to Amazon so that they can just go and purchase that, or to go to the library. You know, I'm a big advocate for our local libraries, and they can go to those resources, especially how they have the cooperatives, and they can get those books.
Right.
And then if they like it, they can always go buy it. But in order for us to keep our inventory down, we don't actually host all of those in our inventory. But there's a lot of other ways that people can stay current with us. Of course, social media, which is what Power 88.3 is very good at, as well as we try to also get that word out. Some positive messages. Our Facebook page is abme.detroit, and that is just for Facebook. And then we have multiple other elements. You know, we have the Twitter accounts. You can get onto all of those through our website of abeautifulme.com.
Yeah, I saw there was links on questions that they might have about your organization, how to become a mentor.
Yes.
Maybe someone simply wants to be a monetary contributor. And being a nonprofit organization, you're always looking for
Yes.
funding. So, and it's an awesome organization. So I hope you get all the funding that you need to continue for a long, long time, because women are going to be in the leadership.
That's exactly
in this
right.
world.
And it really makes a big difference in which we have women in the leadership roles, because I had read somewhere we have two hands. One is, let's say, the male hand, one is the female hand. We need both of our hands to operate a community. And so we can't just use one always to operate communities. And women are really doing wonderful things. We bring something different to the table. We want both male and female to be in organizations and leaders. But I do think that that's really important. And if we can instill that to their core proactively to these young ladies, then I think our communities are going to be so much stronger.
Yep. And now today we've pretty much focused on young ladies.
Yes.
You are kind of moving towards including women.
Yes, we have many other alternative ways that women can be a part of the organization more than just being volunteers. And I'd love to come back and share more of that with you.
Great, because that's it'll be a little different criteria.
Yes.
So we'll definitely have you back, and we'll talk about that at another
Great.
time.
Thank you.
Fundraisers.
So fundraisers, we have multiple different kinds of fundraisers. One of our fundraisers is an annual event. It's an extreme artistic hair show. So imagine Dr. Seuss kind of hair. In fact, our theme this past November was Dr. Seuss. And there was a girl here from Armada that was wearing a fishbowl on her head with a real live fish in water with this extreme artistic hair. And they are everyday women walking a runway. And that is our fundraiser once a year. Now, this other event that we have coming up really here soon in the next couple weeks, Bloom, isn't necessarily a fundraiser, but what it is an outreach with our partner, who actually they partner with us or we partner with them, depending on who you're speaking to. And it has a low cost to it, but it's to cover all of the expenses of this really fun night out for girls. Because where do you go that you can spend $10, have a fun night out, get a message, and leave there understanding you have value and worth? So that's really good. And it's called Bloom. We're blooming our girls.
How appropriate. Because, and to get such good statements and good messages, because there's so much out there that sends bad messages.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if I even want to say bad messages, but ill messages. You know, the world doesn't have to be skinny. You don't have to be a fashion model. You know, you have self-worth in what you do. You have value. You have creativity. You have talent. And it's good that there's something out there that shows young girls that, you know, you don't have to be the Twiggies of the world. Oh, I'm showing my age, I guess. Twiggies a while back. But, you know, there's beautiful plus-size girls. There's beautiful people, beautiful girls that may not have the face of a model.
And it's not about what you have or how you look that actually determines your
Right,
value.
you need to understand that there's more to you than just your appearance, or, you know, how you speak, or...
I mean, I say this very clearly at all of our groups to our young ladies. My belief system is that I believe I'm made in God's image, and He doesn't make mistakes.
Right, God don't make junk.
No, He doesn't make junk.
I love that.
And so we have to really embrace ourselves. But it's hard when the world is telling us to watch these reality shows
Dressed
that
like
aren't
this.
reality.
Yes, yes.
So it's really just a wonderful thing, and to be able to have different events or different community things. And I really am very grateful that we had this time to share this with you too.
Oh, I am too. I am too. I'm glad for the message that you're putting out. I think it's very positive.
Thank you.
And in the partnership, you're going to be sponsoring Bloom?
Yes, absolutely. And you just said it, you know, I love the saying, you're better together. And in partnerships with events like Power 88.3's Bloom with a Beautiful Me, the partnership has just made the event so much more. And this year, it's just going to be different. If for some reason anyone's watching and they've had a student and they know somebody who went to the first 2 years, expect something even bigger, better, and different this year. Very pointed message. The neat thing about Bloom is it's not just a bunch of women, adult women up there giving a message through different, you know, audio visual or a skits. It's their own peers. And we include students in the program for that reason, because it brings that element of reminding the students in the crowd they're not alone. And
Good point.
and it helps them to realize that the things they're going through, the students that walk the halls with them, they're going through it too. And it may look different to one girl versus the other. So we include elements like audio-visual, spoken word, and our artist that we're going to bring in this year, her name is V Rose. She's a very up-and-coming artist. She's a pop urban artist. And if you go on Google, you Google V.Rose, and you look up any of her stories behind her song, check out Know Better You, because the story behind her song, it unpacks the things that she struggled with as a teenager and that she still struggles with. She's in her mid-20s, and but she shares about the reason why she is an artist and she does what she does. It is not to become famous, but to spread the message of the fact that you are beautiful just how you are.
It means that she's recognized something and she wants to share
and she
that.
wants to spread that. And so what an incredible guest to have at this year's Bloom.
And this year's Bloom is where?
It's going to be at Landmark Academy. It's in Kimball, Michigan. Doors open at 5:30. It starts at 6:30. The first 2 years we had it at a performing arts center, and we could only hold 650 max. So once we hit that 650, we had to pick up the phone, and people want tickets. We said, I'm sorry, we're sold out. And it broke my heart to say,
Yeah, you hate to turn people away.
but that we were sold out.
Right.
So this year we went into it saying we need a bigger venue because we don't want to turn any girl away who
Okay.
needs to hear the message. So Landmark is going to be a bigger venue, and we welcome any girl from Armada all the way to the thumb of Michigan, Sarnia, wherever you're listening from. Check out our website. You can get tickets there. Only $10.
And the event is March 6th?
March 6th. And our
Okay.
website is power883.com.
Okay, and we'll be sure and put that on the screen
Thank
so
you
people can
for
read
that.
that. So we're kind of out of time right now.
Yep.
You guys have been awesome guests.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm encouraged. So,
Let's go take on the world.
yeah. So with that said, we'll close here, and I thank you for watching NEMC Channel 6 Focus program. Be sure and stay tuned with us because we're going to have these ladies back. Thank you.